friends, it's me Desiree with Clearday. Today we are bringing to you a recipe and we have a special guest, Tiffany Batsakis. She is a good friend of mine. Tiffany is a registered dietitian and has many years of experience in working with families and helping people get their dietary needs met. Today's recipe is going to be a chicken pesto wrap. So perfect for the summer.
Yeah, super simple.
Yep.
You don't have to do any cooking. And one of the great things about this recipe is that it's easily modifiable. And this is a complete meal. We are starting with our carbohydrate that we're showing you today. Desiree bought some carb balance flour tortillas. So we will be making our we're making our wraps, I should say, in these tortillas. And the benefit of these tortillas is that they are carb controlled. So if anybody is looking to regulate blood glucose levels, one of these tortillas has, I have to double check, 19 grams of carbs. So if you're looking at carb counting, then this is adequate for a partial carb meal.
Would they subtract the fiber from that though?
No.
Okay.
And then the other good thing about this is that these are high in fiber. So if you're ever grocery shopping and you're not sure what food to buy, if you're buying something that's made of grains or something like a bread or a cracker, you can always look at the fiber content and choose the option that has some higher fiber in it. And we are using some ready-made chicken that's found in the deli section, but you can also just use regular rotisserie chicken. That would be something easier. That would be something easy as well, which would be lower in sodium, but from a convenience standpoint, these are also convenient as well.
They're already cooked for you, so
and we're gonna
grab and go.
Yeah, we're just gonna put this chicken into the bowl, and we're gonna put the chicken in the bowl with the pesto and the mayonnaise here in a second. I'm gonna chop the chicken a little bit because some of these bits are bigger than others. And that's something that you can decide on your own if you want to cut, if you want smaller bits, if that's easier for you to chew and swallow, if you don't want to choke or risk choking on something or get a big bite of chicken all in one bite and then have your sandwich subsequently be smaller after that, then you can do that. Same like if you get tuna fish or if you want to make this with tuna fish or rotisserie chicken, you can cut it, slice it, dice it, however you prefer.
You know what's nice about this chicken also is that you can get different flavors. They come in different flavors for your tastes. So if you want something a little bit more spicier or more seasoned, you can go that route, or you can stick with just a basic oven roasted chicken flavor.
Right. And then if you do buy the oven roasted, whether it's this or a rotisserie chicken as well, you can always modify the flavors throughout the week by using your own sauces, like what we're doing today. We're doing this pesto sauce today. So we're gonna use, for this recipe, we're gonna use 2 teaspoons of pesto. But if you like pesto, you can go a little liberal with this. And I think I'm gonna do that today.
So this is a basil. One thing I noticed at this grocery store is that they had there's different types of pesto, right? So
basil is the
most common.
Basil is the original recipe. There's a lot of variation. And one thing that we were talking about with the pesto is that pesto can be a pricey ingredient, but the reason for that is because pesto is made from pine nuts, and pine nuts are expensive. The other thing that we're gonna add to our meal today, we're gonna make it more colorful by using some pepper. And we have kind of a red bell pepper, but as you can see, it's a little bit even more colorful than that. It has some orange in it. So we're just gonna slice this up a little bit. This will add a little bit of crunch to our meal. That way there, the more complexity, we have different textures. We have creamy and smooth. We have crunchy from our lettuce and our peppers. So I'm kind of not even like really doing this in order. You can have all of these things ready to go.
That's what's so nice about this recipe. You can add and take away if you need to.
Yes.
It's that simple. It's so versatile.
Yes. And then the other thing that I wanted to say about mealtime, when you are choosing a meal, when you think about creating a healthy plate, you want to incorporate a little bit of carbohydrates, which we have with our flour tortilla today. You want to have vegetables. We have some lettuce and we have some the bell peppers. Now, I would say as a registered dietitian, you could definitely do more veggies than what this has, but let's say you have this with a side salad. That would be perfect. And then we have our protein as well, and our protein is the chicken. And then cooking or making your meal with a little bit of healthy fat. We have our healthy fat today with the oil and the pesto, and we do have a little bit of fat from the cheese. So all of those foods, those macronutrients mixed together can help us feel full for a couple of hours and give your body the nutrients that it needs and the energy that you need to make it through the afternoon. So this is a great, simple lunch that you can serve up anytime. All right, so now we're just gonna scoop it in and roll it up. All right,
let's try this.
And you can season to taste, a little bit of salt and pepper. That's really easy. I'm just gonna throw some on there.
Let's mix it up.
A little bit of salt. I'm gonna omit the salt for this recipe because the chicken has a lot of salt in it. But if there's anything else that you like, if you like fresh herbs, this is basil pesto. So if you like some other fresh herbs like oregano or thyme, some of those would complement this meal as well.
Cut that in half.
All right. And for the tortillas, this is a flour tortilla, but you can always buy a whole wheat tortilla as well.
They have the wraps and the burrito. They have bigger ones.
There's so many different kinds.
Yeah.
So many different kinds. So again, if you're not really sure which one to buy, always look at the fiber content. If you're concerned about carbohydrate intake for whatever reason, if you have diabetes or pre-diabetes and you need to control blood glucose levels, find a carbohydrate or a tortilla product that's lower in carbohydrates. Another great thing that you could add to this wrap also would be some tomatoes, some sliced tomatoes, or even some sun-dried tomatoes. That would add a lot of flavor as well.
And they have pestos that are with that have those ingredients in them, right? Like the sun-dried pesto.
Yes, I've even had pesto made of cilantro and a certain type of cheese. Yeah. So good
these
stuff.
Smell amazing.
I know.
I think it's the pesto, right? The
It's very flavorful.
So
it's very fragrant. It's very fresh tasting.
Mm-hmm.
So a great summer lunch meal. Something that you can sit outside in the shade.
Get your lemonade.
Yes.
Sit on the porch. Have a nice lunch. Okay. I just love the colors. It's so colorful and okay. Brought us skewers.
All right. Well, that's all right. So I'm gonna just cut this one in half and show you a little closer up. There's the inside of our sandwich.
Just place these down like this.
Here you go. There you go. Oh, alrighty. Well, thanks folks for tuning in. Hope that you try this recipe and find it to be very tasty.
We will see you next time.